There was a something that you shared with TMZ. There was an interview you did that I was looking at, and in it you talked about, and in your book too, but you talked about being, essayed by multiple people.
Right.
And this is when you was a child.
Yes.
This is when you was a younger. Like, this is
Yes.
not an adult.
Right.
Do you think any of that situation led to even the drug aspects?
Well, looking back on it now, yes.
Okay.
Because those are coping skills.
Right.
You're trying to get,
Right.
how to cope with everything, how to handle everything, because the molestations and stuff started with me when I was little. I mean, very, very little.
Exactly.
And then when that's all you know, you think that you're the one that's wrong.
You do.
If you're going to tell somebody, no, it's me. I asked for it, or I was, I told somebody that's what I wanted, or I kind of exemplified that this is what I want in my life.
And as the victim, I talked about that. You actually take this kind of this process where you blame yourself. Mm-hmm. And you find a way that it was your fault in some kind of way. It's called victim blame. You do it to yourself. Exactly. And because you do it to yourself, there's a guilt. And it's nothing to do with you, but you don't understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. And then so for you, it started really young, and it wasn't just one.
No.
You had in your book, you spoke about, like, I think, correct me if I'm not even correct me. You tell me. Was it 5 or something?
Yeah, I think it was 5 years old. And in my book, I call it Uncle Fingers.
And in your book, you didn't describe who those people were. Right. Can I ask you why?
I think it was a thing because I know that what happens and what has happened to a lot of people in stories, first of all, victims. You look at the things that happened with the, in the Trump case and the women that came forward. Why did they wait so long? If this happened, why didn't they tell anybody? So you go through that. Mm-hmm. Well, if I say something, I'm going to be ridiculed and attacked by them saying, why did you wait on that person to die before you said something? You didn't give them a chance to
It don't matter where you go. Right. It don't matter.
This is not a win situation at all.
And the more famous the person is, the more prominent in their, area, it gets harder for the victim. It's like you're literally being victimized twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So it happened quite a bit, throughout my young life. To where that's all I knew.
Did anybody know that it was kind of happening? Like, I mean, in a way, did you tell someone, or did you know how sometimes there are people that might know, certain adults. Right. And they know.
I remember like the first thing was when my great grandmother opened the door to the bedroom. And I remember me jumping, like, you do something wrong. Yeah. Like mom and dad walk in and you like this. I did that. And I remember her looking at us, and all she did was close the door. She never said stop, never said that's wrong or what the hell's going on, none of that. And so that right there told me, why say anything? Because it's not going to matter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so you go through that. And then, when I was like, 7 and stuff, being molested and my head being put in the pillow, and things like that, and me screaming and all those kind of things. And then for me being older, a teen, adults picking me up and stuff and cruising areas and stuff, and me not even realizing the fact that, oh, this person is wrong for doing what they're doing. Yeah.
Why I so badly wanted you to be the one to talk on the show about this.